Okay, صح. Continue.
جمعية
جمعية العلوم. جمعية العلوم. صحف. majalat. Janah.
مجلات. Yes.
Maja,
جناح.
majalat. Right?
Yes.
Janah.
مجلة. There is
Majalat.
شدة but
I thought lam
there
alif
is
is a bit longer. No?
which
Majalat.
one?
Majalat.
مجلات. There is شدة or lam but they didn't put it.
Oh,
مجلة.
majallat. Majallat. Janah. Jam'ut tawabi'. Jam'iyatus sahafah. Ayat. Ahadith. As-safar. Takhtar.
ما شاء الله. أستاذة خياطي اقرأي.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. هواية الفروسية السباحة.
السباحة. There is حسرة.
Yeah, I
السباحة.
always okay. السباحة. طابع خط النسخ. خط الرقعة. Second C. Okay. خط الرقعة. المرسلة. اللغة العربية. الرياضة. التدبير المنزلي. الرحلة.
الرحلات. There is ألف.
الرحلات. كتب إسلامية. كتب علمية. كرة القدم. جمعية العلوم. صحف. مجلات. جناح. جمع الطوابع. جمعية الصحافة. صحافة. آيات. أحاديث. السفر. تختار.
ما شاء الله. حاجة ميمونة اقرأي بسم الله. حاجة ميمونة are you with us؟
Okay, Ustaz. Assalamualaikum.
وعليكم السلام. كيف حالك؟
Alhamdulillah Ustaz, ana bikhair.
الحمد لله. اقرأي بسم الله.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hiwayah al-furusiyah as-tabi' khattun nasri.
النسخي. Yes.
Khattun ruqyah.
رقعة.
Ruq'ah.
رقعة. Yes.
Khattun ruq'ah. Al-murasalah. Al-lughatul arabiyyah. Ar-riyadah. Al-tarbirul manzili. Ar-rihlah.
رحلات حجة.
الرحلات. كتب الإسلامية. كتب العلمية. كرة القدم.
جمعية العلوم.
جمعية العلوم. صحف.
مجلات.
مجلات.
There is سكون and شدة. مجلات.
مجلات.
Yes.
مجلات. جمع طوابع.
Yes.
طوابع. جمعية صحيفة.
جمعية الصحافة. جمعية الصحافة.
جمعية صحافة. آيات. الحديث. السفر. تختار.
ما شاء الله. دكتور عمر.
نعم أستاذ. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. هواية الفروسية السباحة.
السباحة.
خط.
دكتور عمر السباحة.
السباحة. طبعا. خط النسخ. خط رقية.
رقعة.
خط رقعة. المرسلات. اللغة العربية.
المراسلة. المرسلات different.
المراسلات. اللغة العربية. الرياضة. التدبير المنزلي
الرحلات
الرحلات جناح جمع الطوابع
سنة الرحلات كتب إسلامية
الرحلات كتب إسلامية كتب علمية كرة القدم جميع العلوم
صحف
الصحف مجلات جناح جمعية الطوابع
جمع الطوابع جمع collecting جمع الطوابع
جمع الطوابع جمعية صحافة جمعية الصحافة
آيات
أحاديث السفر تختار
ما شاء الله بارك الله فيك دكتور عمر أستاذ أمين السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام أستاذ.
اقرأ بسم الله.
هوايات الفروسية السباحة طابع خط النسق خط الرقعة المراسلة اللغة العربية الرياضة تدبير المنزل
المنزلي
التدبير المنزلي الرحلات كتب إسلامية كتب علمية
فوتبول
كرة القدم
يس
جميع العلوم صحف مجالات جناح جمع طوابع جمعية الصحافة آيات أحاديث السفر
تختار ما شاء الله. So we have here unit 12 الثانية عشرة وحدة is unit الثانية عشرة 12 الهوايات hobbies plural one hobby هواية الحوار الأول the first dialogue الحوار الأول first dialogue انظر is imperative for look استمع listen أعد repeat look listen repeat انظر استمع أعد. We have dialogue between two persons شاكر شريف شاكر شريف. The conversation starts. ما هوايتك يا شريف? What is your hobby يا شريف? We say this ya is in Arabic أداة النداء. What's the meaning of أداة النداء? It's a tool used for direction to put the direction for the speech to the person, and this one for calling. It's tool for calling the person. So yeah, this is a tool. Use it in Arabic for changing the direction of the conversation, and for asking for specific person you can use yeah. It's adat nida. Nida, that means calling. Tool of calling. Okay. ما هوايتك يا شريف? What is your hobby يا شريف? هواياتي كثيرة. My hobbies is a lot. هواياتي كثيرة. My hobbies is a lot. القراءة. Read. Reading له. السفر. Traveling. المراسلة. In this date, 21st century, مراسلة means chatting. Back in the old ages, مراسلة mean mailing. وما هوايتك أنت? What is your hobbies? هواياتي, my hobbies. We are talking in plural, all in plural. You ask me, هوايات is plural. Why we put property pronoun? My hobbies. هواياتي أنا. الرياضة, sports. الرحلات, camping or trips. والقراءة أيضا. And reading also. Why we put أيضا? Because it's matching him together. So this أيضا going back to match the Sharif hobbies. والقراءة أيضا.
Also.
Okay. Also, yes. ماذا تقرأ يا شريف? Now because they figure out that there is a common hobby between both of them, now they want to ask about what do you read? So they want to see the knowledge. So ماذا تقرأ يا شريف? ماذا تقرأ? تقرأ is verb in present. تقرأ, that means ماذا تقرأ? What do you read يا شريف? What do you read يا شريف? Or what you read يا شريف? So Sharif say أقرأ الكتب والمجلات الإسلامية. So he's an Islamic guy. He is interested on Islamic studies. So he reads books and magazines about Islam. وماذا تقرأ أنت؟ شاكر say أقرأ الكتب الإسلامية والمجلات العلمية. I read Islamic books, but I read scientific magazines. So now Shakir want to ask Sharif, because Sharif is read a lot. Do you have library? هل لديك مكتبة? That means, do you have a small library or big library at your house? Sharif say, نعم. لدي. لدي is I have. لدي, I have. نعم. لدي مكتبة كبيرة. I have a library, big library. كم ساعة تقرأ في اليوم? How many hours you read in a day? You see, all of the conversation is about hobby. كم ساعة تقرأ في اليوم? How many hours? كم is a question key for how many. Hour, ساعة. تقرأ, you read in a day, في اليوم. How many hours you read in a day? Sharif say, أقرأ 3 ساعات تقريبا. That means he spent every day 3 hours reading. أقرأ, I read 3 ساعات تقريبا. Why 3? Not 3 with تاء مربوطة, because ساعات is female and 3 is come with opposite gender, so become 3. So this ساعات is female, 3 is male. اللهم رب هذه الدعوة التامة والصادقة. You have this new word, تقريبا. What the meaning of تقريبا? Who can tell me? I will give him 10 marks.
Approximately.
MashaAllah, Dr. Omar. You always take the points. Yes, approximately, it's mean تقريبا. That means it's in average. He don't, someday he read 3, someday he read 3.5, someday 2.5, but in average, it's 3 hours. شاكر say أنا أقرأ 4 ساعات في اليوم. I read 4 hours in a day. Sharif at the end say القراءة هواية مفيدة. What's the meaning of مفيدة? Who can tell me? I'll give 30 marks. Reading is blank. Helpful. Yes, doctor. Yes, helpful. مفيدة. Helpful. مفيدة. That means it will help you. It will give you knowledge. You are spending time by reading, but you are expanding your mind. So helpful. مفيدة. Okay. Any question? So you can see in this conversation, we start by asking about hobby. What is your hobby, Sharif? What is your hobby, Shakir? Each one of them have 3 hobbies, and maybe less, maybe more. When they actually say their hobbies, they find out that there is a common hobby together between them. They build the conversation about the common hobbies. So this is a very important in conversation. When you're talking with someone else, if you have something in common, you will focus the conversation on what is in common. So when they know that the qira'ah, the reading, is in common between both of them, they start asking what type of books you read. Simple way to ask what types of book. What do you read? ماذا تقرأ? So Sharif say أقرأ الكتب والمجلات الإسلامية. شاكر say أقرأ الكتب الإسلامية والمجلات العلمية. Shakir see, since Sharif reads a lot of books on Islamic, he figured out that maybe Sharif have a library. So he asked him, هل لديك مكتبة? Do you have a library? Sharif said, نعم لدي مكتبة كبيرة. I have a bizarre, very big library. Not very. Big library. Very big, it will be جدا. So no very, only big. Shakir said, كم ساعة تقرأ في اليوم? He want to know how many hours he spent reading. Sharif, who owns the library, he said, I read 3 hours per day. Shakir said, I read 4 hours per day. Any question? Ustaz Amin, you are Shakir. Dr. Omar, you are Sharif. Start reading. Bismillah. Ustaz Amin. Ustaz Amin, you are Shakir. Open mic, Ustaz Amin. Book a microphone. MashaAllah.
Okay. Forgot.
Shakir, start.
Bismillah. ما هوايتك يا شريف؟
No, you say ما هوايتك يا عمر. Change the name.
ما هوايتك يا عمر؟
هوايتي كثيرا القراءة السفر والمراسلات.
مراسلة. You read a lot آية مراسلات. مرسلات. So مراسلة. Yes. Okay, you continue, Dr. Ahmad. وما هوايتك أنت؟
وما هوايتك أنت؟
هواياتك هواياتك
وما هوايتك أنت؟ وما هوايتك أنت؟
هوايتي الرياضة والرحلات والقراءة أيضا. ماذا تقرأ؟ كويس.
No. شاكر is أستاذ أمين. ماذا تقرأ يا عمر? You ask.
ماذا تقرأ يا أمين؟
No, Dr. Omar. This is part of Ustaz Amin. So Ustaz Amin must ask you.
Okay.
ماذا تقرأ يا عمر؟
اقرأوا الكتاب والمجلات إسلامية. وماذا تقرأ أنت؟
أقرأ الكتب الإسلامية والمجلات العلمية. هل لديك مكتبة؟
نعم لدي مكتبة كبيرة.
Yes, مكتبة كبيرة.
نعم لدي مكتبة كبيرة.
Yes.
كم ساعة تقرأ في اليوم؟
اقرأوا 3 ساعات تقريبا.
Yes.
تقريبا.
أنا أقرأ 4 ساعات في اليوم.
القراءة هواية مفيدة.
What the meaning of مفيدة Ustaz Amin?
مفيدة is helpful.
Helpful. ما شاء الله. بارك الله فيكم. جزاكم الله كل خير. Any question? Okay. حاجة ميمونة. حاجة نورزيلا.
نعم أستاذ.
حاجة نورزيلا, you will start. The only difference that you will change the conversation when you want to say هوايتك is for male, for female what you do?
هوايتك يا
Yes.
يا
when
تقرأين.
ماذا تقرأي؟ تقرأين. Yes. This is the only change that you want to do. So start أستاذة حاجة نورزيلا.
ما هواياتك يا أستاذة ميمونة؟ هواياتي كثيرة. القراءة والسفر والمراسلة. والمراسلة.
Continue.
أنت؟ No. هوايتك أنت?
No,
you haven't finished.
Yeah, already finished. She said وما هوايتك أنت؟
sorry. آسفة. هوايتي الرياضة والرحلات والقراءة أيضا.
ما شاء الله.
ماذا تقرأين يا أستاذة ميمونة؟ أقرأ الكتب والمجلات الإسلامية. وماذا تقرأين أنت؟ أقرأ الكتب الإسلامية والمجلات العلمية.
ما شاء الله.
هل لديك مكتبة؟ نعم لدي مكتبة كبيرة. مكتبة كبيرة.
Yes.
كم ساعة تقرأين في اليوم؟ أقرأ 3 ساعات تقريبا.
ما شاء الله.
أنا أقرأ 4 ساعات. Right? ساعات أو ساعتين؟ ساعات
في اليوم.
ساعات في اليوم. أقرأ هواية
القراءة. not أقرأ is verb. Here is reading. القراءة.
القراءة هواية مفيدة.
هواية مفيدة. What the meaning of مفيدة حاجة ميمونة?
Helpful.
Do you know my grandmother name is مفيدة?
ما شاء الله. Oh, okay. So
We
helpful.
We use
so
this.
helpful.
مفيدة is also come as a name in Arabic.
The
My
keyword,
grandmother name is مفيدة.
Ustaz, the keyword is what? The root word.
إفادة.
Ifada.
إفادة. That means helping.
Ifada.
Wait. I come down.
Malay say faedah.
Yes, faida. Same. Faida. Ifada is the name of the verb. Faida is the name in general. Ifada. Helping. Helpful lah. Helpful.
Yes.
مفيدة.
Ifada.
مساعد مفيدة same.
Okay. Ifada.
مفيدة useful? No. مفيدة not useful. مفيدة it's give you a help.
Yep.
Wait. My wife saying that it's useful, not helpful.
Helpful. Yes. Faedah. Advantage. Useful.
Advantage, yes. It should be helpful, not useful. Okay, I translate. Wait. Ustaza Noor say it's different. So
Faedah.
1 minute.
Yeah. Faedah is advantage.
Me also, I know that it's advantage. So I translate 1 minute. English. Mufida. Very helpful or useful, both.
Oh, useful. Yeah. Okay. Useful.
So we can say Ustaza Noor say, no, Ustaza Noor is right and me is right also. So useful also.
Yep. Okay.
Useful, ifada or mufida.
Mufida.
Mufida is my grandmother name. Mufida. My other grandmother is Intisar.
Oh, intisar.
It means victory.
Yes, intisar.
So this like this we name in Arabic. When you understand how people naming their children, you almost know the, let's say, quarter of the culture.
Yeah.
You can understand that we're using these names to make it, when we name a girl Mufida, because we want her to take a part from her name and be helpful. When we name it Intisar, that means we need her to be victorious, that will give victory to others. So we like this. Mu'min is believing. So like this. Okay. Any question, Hajjan Maimuna, Hajjan Muzila?
La.
Okay.
No.
Ustaza Khayati.
Now, Ustaz.
Me
Ustaz,
and you.
Can you be another lady so you become Sharifah? Can you?
I didn't help. Okay.
Because I want to ask you, female, so you become
Yes.
Sharifah?
Mu'mina.
Okay.
Mu'mina.
Mu'minah.
Why Sharif? Mu'mina, yes.
Because it's
Mu'mina
Sharif,
is,
so Sharifah lah.
I will ask you as Nur Khayati. I will not ask you as Shakira.
Okay. I ask first lah, Ustaz. I ask
Yes.
first. Huh? Ma hiya watuki ya Sharifah.
Okay. Mu'mina. Not
Okay, ya
Sharifa.
Mu'minah. Okay, ma hiya watuki ya Mu'minah.
Hiwayatuki. Again.
Ma hiya watuki ya Mu'minah.
What you are confusing with Mahia. No,
Oh.
Mahiwa.
Oh, okay.
Hiwayatuki.
Ma hiwayatuki ya Mu'minah.
هوايات كثيرة، القراءة والسفر والمراسلة. وما هواياتك أنت؟
هوايتي الرياضة هوايتي الرياضة والرحلة والقراءة أيضا.
Again.
والرحلة رحلات.
Yes, there is ta. Big ta. This one. رحلات. Okay.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yes. All right. ماذا تقرأين يا مؤمنة؟
أقرأ الكتب والمجلات الإسلامية. وماذا تقرأين أنت؟
أقرأ الكتب الإسلامية والمجلات العلمية. هل لديك مكتبة؟
نعم، لدي مكتبة كبيرة.
كم ساعة تقرأين في اليوم؟
أقرأ 3 ساعات تقريبا.
أنا أقرأ 4 ساعات في اليوم.
القراءة هواية مفيدة. What's the meaning of تقريبا?
Approximately.
Yes, ما شاء الله. Any question?
No.
الحمد لله. حاجة نزيلة؟
نعم.
هل لديك مكتبة؟
نعم، لدي مكتبة كثيرة.
كبيرة أم صغيرة؟
هي كبيرة.
Because
كبيرة.
مكتبة is female.
Yes,
So,
هي
besar
كبيرة.
أو كيتشي؟
besar. هي كبيرة.
دكتور عمر، هل لديك مكتبة؟
لا.
لا، ليس لدي. You remember we say ليس لدي. Or لا ليس لدي. ليس
لديك
مكتبة. حاجة ميمونة، هل لديك مكتبة في البيت؟
نعم، لدي مكتبة كبيرة.
ما شاء الله. حاجة أستاذة خياطي، هل لديك مكتبة في البيت؟
لا، ليس مكتبة.
ليس لدي مكتبة. ما شاء الله. أستاذ أمين، هل لديك مكتبة؟ أستاذ أمين. أمين.
لا أستاذ.
لا ليس لدي أو نعم لدي؟
ليس لدي.
ليس لدي. Do you know what the meaning of أمين?
Amin is
أمين.
means
trustworthy.
truth.
Yes, trustworthy. Yes, mashallah. So your name is the trustworthy, Al-Amin. It's a one name of Prophet Muhammad, Al-Amin.
Ustaz, my son's name is Muhammad Fikri Amin. But if I call him Fikri all the while, when he's growing, he's like, I don't know, he thinks a lot, So should I call him Amin?
Prophet Muhammad say it's up to you to name your children. But because you name it Muhammad Fikri, my Sheikh in Shah Alam, his son's names Muhammad Anas or Muhammad Uwais. He always call them the full name because he wants them to know that their name is not Anas and his name is not Uwais. His name is Muhammad Anas. That means Muhammad come first. If your son name Muhammad, easy, you want to call him Fikri, it's okay. But he should never forget that his priority name is Muhammad. Fikri in Arabic, do you know what the meaning of Fikri in Arabic?
Think, right? Thinking.
The thinker, the one who will think a lot.
But he thinks a lot until, he couldn't decide. He thinks a lot, always thinking.
So he got a part of his name now.
I should call him Amin now, like Ustaz Amin. Because his name is Muhammad Fikri Amin. So I should call him Amin now.
You should call him Amin or Muhammad Fikri Amin, full name.
Okay. Thank you, Ustaz.
You must know it's what they call it. Prophet Muhammad give us wasiyah. What is wasiyah in English? I forgot what is wasiyah in English.
Pesanan.
Pesanan in Malay, right? I
Mm-mm.
mean, he asked us when we names our children to name them with good meaning names. Why? Because they will take a part of their name. So you can think when you name, like your son now, he's named Fikri, and you always call him Fikri, Fikri, Fikri. So the malaika, the angels, and the surrounding of him, they know him by Fikri now, because you call him a lot Fikri. Your husband call him a lot Fikri, so he got part of his name. So Ustaz Amin got his part of his name. I got part of my name. So it's wasiyah from Prophet Muhammad that each one he will get the part from his name. What the meaning of that? That mean that when he will the adjective from the name, it will be the main the energy. We cannot say energy. That means the spiritually meaning, it will be the main akhlaq, the main behavior in his life. Because of that, he encouraged us to name names with great meaning. That means that child will have part of his name. Do you know what the meaning of Muhammad? It's a Do you know what the meaning of Muhammad? It's the most magnificent name. Do you know what the meaning of Muhammad?
Sure.
The one who the worshipper of Allah. The one that worship Allah the most. That means Muhammad is the person who always worship Allah and say thank you Allah and give from Alhamdulillah, coming from Alhamdulillah, become Muhammad. That means he got part of his name that he worship Allah with always praying with Alhamdulillah. So this is the meaning of Muhammad, and he is the magnificent name. The top of the names is Muhammad. Alhamdulillah. We continue lah. That we give like small facts in Arabic also help us in our conversation. Any question? Anyone want to ask about names? It's for me is useful because we are interacting with Arabic language. It's not like we are wasting our time. Do you want anyone to ask about names before we continue? Okay, we continue. So we go to conversation number 2. الحوار الثاني. انظر. Look, استمع, hear, أعد, repeat. We have Shihab and Shu'aib. Like here, what's the meaning of Shihab? Okay, Shihab is the fallen star that follow the gene if they want to listen to the sky. Shihabun Thaqib, that means there is a fallen star fall from the top level of sky and make like okay, I'll give you the exact name.
Comet, is it? Not comet.
Shooting star, la. Shooting star in English is shooting star or meteor.
Comet or meteor.
Asteroid.
Meteor, like meteor.
Yeah,
Yes.
meteor.
Allah send them to follow the gene that want to listen to the sky. So this one named Shihab. So when you name it Shihab, it's like fallen star with burning star. The man who name is Shihab, he will be always like he's in burning left, like a bomb. He always have a power and energy to do his job. This is a part of his name, Shihab. Okay, Shihab, هل زرت معرض الهوايات? This is a new word, معرض. معرض or معرض with فتحة or سكون also. معرض or معرض. Easier, معرض. What's the meaning of معرض? It's a gallery or it's a museum. لا museum متحف. No. معرض is a gallery. لا. It's like expedition. Expedition. معرض. Expedition. So gallery or expedition. So Shihab asking, هل زرت? زرت is in past from زيارة. That means did you visit? Did you in past? هل زرت معرض الهوايات? The expedition of the hobbies. شعيب say لا ما زرته. هيا بنا إليه. ما زرته. I didn't visit it. I didn't visit it. This ha is a property pronoun going to the al-ma'rad. Zurtu, visit. Zurtuhu, this ha is the ma'rad, going to the ma'rad. La, lam azurhu or ma zirtuhu is a different way of saying negative in present. Ma zurtuhu or lam azurhu. Both is right. So, هيا بنا إليه. Let's go to it. جار مجرور إليه. One word. إليه. جار مجرور. إلى. إلى. It's حرف جر. And the ha is the property pronoun for the معرض. So become. It should be هيا بنا إلى المعرض. But he say هيا بنا إليه. That means he used the property pronoun instead of using the full word. So become jaru majroor in one word, ilayh. Okay, Shihab say, هذا هو معرض الهوايات. This is the expedition of the hobbies. هذه هوايات كثيرة جدا. This is a lot, very, very a lot of hobbies. هذا جناح جمع الطوابع. This is the section of collecting stamps. هذه طوابع جميلة. This is a beautiful stamps. هذا طابع هندي, Indian stamp. وهذا طابع فرنسي, French stamp. وهذا جناح الخط العربي, الخط العربي or الخط العربي. The easier is up to you. وهذا جناح الخط العربي. That means this is the section. This is the section of the calligraphy or the font, Arabic font. شعيب say هذه آيات بخط النسخ وتلك أحاديث بخط الرقعة. This is a verses from Quran in the font of Nasakh, where this is the ahadith, Prophet Muhammad saying in Ar-Ruq'a font. Shihab say, وَهَذَا جَنَاحُ الصَّحَافَةِ. This is the section of the press. وَهَذِهِ صُحُفٌ بِجَمِيعِ اللُّغَاتِ. بِجَمِيع. What the meaning of بِجَمِيع? In all. بِجَمِيع, in all. بجميع اللغات, in all languages. لغات, one language. لغة, لغات is plural. And this is the newspapers in all languages. وهذا جناح التدبير المنزلي. This is the section of housekeeping. هذا طعام صيني. This is a Chinese food. وهذا طعام عربي. This is Arabic food. At last, هذا جناح الرياضة. This is the section of sport. كرة القدم والسباحة والفروسية. Any question? So we have a very big expedition. Inside it, there is a hobbies. Each one, he is presenting his hobby. Each one, he is presenting his hobby. So at start, Shihab and Shuaib is two guys. One is asking the other, هل زرت? Did you visit in past? معرض الهوايات, the expedition of the hobbies. The other say, no, I didn't visit. Let's go to it. Let's go to it. إليه. Let's go to it. No, إليه. To it is mean إليه. So Shihab say, هذا معرض الهوايات. This is the expedition of the hobbies. This is a lot of hobbies. هذه هوايات كثيرة. There is a lot of hobbies. هذا جناح. So the expedition always, you know, there is a wings. Each wing presents something. So هذا جناح جمع الطابع. That means this is the section of or the wing of expedition like expo. Yes, they know like expo. You know expedition, right? You understand, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So هذا جناح جمع الطابع. This is the stamp collecting stamp section. There is a lot of stamps from all over the world. هذه طوابع جميلة. They طوابع in plural. That means طوابع in plural is female. طوابع جميلة. جميلة is chanted. هذا طابع هندي وهذا طابع فرنسي. This is a stamp from India. This is a stamp from French. Shihab say وهذا جناح calligraphy الخط العربي. هذه آيات بخط النسخ. You know, each ancient Arabic, they used to write the book of Quran by handwriting. Even now, all the books of Quran that you have it in your house, it's handwritten. It's never computer written. So there is one man, he's a Syrian man, he's the most popular one who doing the writing the Quran in Mecca. Uthman Taha, his name in all Quran. He, if you open any Quran, you will see his name, Uthman Taha. He's a Syrian living in Mecca. He's like 80 years old. He's still until now writing the Quran. So how they make it, they write the Quran by transcript on paper. They took this paper and make a copies. So, but never computer writing, never. So it's always handwriting. So because of that, in calligraphy, you can see that there is in ancient, like first of 300 Hijri or 400 Hijri or 500 Hijri, they used to use tree. Before Uthman come, there was a naskh and a ruq'a only, and al-Kufi, the type of font, naskh, copy, ruq'a, and there is al-Kufi from Kufa city, al-Kufi. This is three. After the Uthman Empire come, there is a new type of font called al-Rasm al-Uthmani. That means al-Khatt al-Uthmani. It's a bit of naskh and a bit of ruq'a together. So this is the calligraphy. هذه آيات بخط النسخ وتلك أحاديث بخط الرقعة. Shihab say وهذا جناح الصحافة. This is the section of press. وهذه صحف بجميع اللغات. Press is صحافة. I tell you, in ancient time, Sahaba is journalism. In modern time, it's a press. Because the word is same, the function is same, but the modern name in English is different. But Sahaba, in old ages, from the past, from Prophet Muhammad time, there was a Sahaba. That means there is a people writing poetry, writing news, and send the letter from one city to another city. This is called journalism, Sahafa. Always evolving until now we have the email, the internet journalism. So it's called press. So Janah Sahafa, you want to name it journalism, it's up to you. You want to name it press, it's up to you. شعيب هذه صحف في جميع اللغات. بجميع اللغات is جار ومجرور. باء alone is حرف جر. جميع is all, in all, so it's one context. جار ومجرور بجميع اللغات. That means this newspaper in all languages. You can find Chinese, you can find Malay, you can find Indo, you can find Hindi. So you have a lot of languages. بجميع اللغات. When they go to the housekeeping, جناح التدبير المنزلي. Okay, I must be honest with you. In Arabic, when we mean التدبير المنزلي, we are talking about cooking. When we say التدبير المنزلي, we are talking about cooking. But no nice to say cooking. طبخ. هذا جناح الطبخ. So they say جناح التدبير المنزلي. That means its main event is cooking, but there is some functions also for cleaning, changing the methods of cleaning, making the house more beautiful, but the main event is cooking. Because of that, he say هذا طعام صيني. This is a Chinese food. صيني, Chinese. وهذا طعام عربي. And today, اليوم أنا فطرت طعاما ماليزي. أنا أكلت رزا سمينا ناسي الماء. And I eat also طعاما باكستاني. أكلت أرز برياني. So just I'm giving you a type of food, how to say it in Arabic. طعام صيني, طعام ماليزي, طعام عربي, طعام هندي. All the cuisines لا. At end هذا جناح الرياضة, كرة القدم والسباحة والفروسية. Any question?
Ustaz, can you explain about the jar and majrur?
Okay. بجميع or إليه, which one? This word or this word or both? Okay, I will explain both. I will explain both. Here we are talking about expedition, معرض. When we will say, let's go to the expedition, how to say let's go? هيا بنا to the expedition إلى المعرض. Okay, Ustaz Amin?
Yeah.
When I want to use it instead of expedition, let's say, let's go to it, not to the expedition. I'm using it. Let's go to it.
Oh.
In Arabic, we put instead of the name, the property pronoun. Property pronoun, it's ha, because it's it, going to it. Because of that, we say ilayhi. So, ilayhi become one word, but have two syllables. One is harfu jar, one is a letter come instead of ism al-majroor, the noun that is majroor. So this alone in i'rab, this alone is ism majroor. This one is pronoun, ضمير. Same as ma'rad. Okay, let's go down. When I say this is newspaper in all, in English, in all is a context. It's one context, you use it in all of have its own meaning. When I say in all, that means you know the meaning, that is a one component. So in Arabic, بجميع is jar majroor. One letter is ba, this one letter ba. This letter is ba, is harfu jar. جميع is اسم مجرور. Normal. في جميع, in all. بجميع, in all. But we use بجميع more than في جميع. بجميع اللغات, that means in all language. It's the same context in English. في جميع البيوت, in all houses. You can use في, you can use be. Same. So this become one word, jar majroor.
What is the meaning of jaru? Jaru, what Ustaz?
I already give it
Jar
to you.
majrur.
Jaru. No, Ustaz, I understand ba when you say it's harfun jar is something like penyambung ayat harfun
Preposition.
jar. Is it?
Ustaz, the ba is a preposition.
Preposition, penyambung lah dalam bahasa
Ah.
Malaysia kan. Kata seti
Yalah,
something like that.
jami'.
From the
Ba is
yeah.
a preposition.
please,
In
So when
let's
you
speak.
say
problem.
bijami, then you mentioned something. What was the
Majrur.
Ism
what is
majrur.
that?
I will tell you. Okay.
Jar wa majrur.
In Arabic,
Majrur.
preposition is a letters. In Arabic, preposition is a letters.
Ganti nama.
Yes.
Ganti nama.
Says Amin, talking with
Yeah.
us.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Focus.
Belonging.
All focus. All focus. In Arabic, preposition connect two items. We have two cases, two possibilities. First possibility, we connect between a verb and noun. Second possibility, we connect between noun and another noun. The preposition always come in between. The preposition always come in between. Always come before a noun. In the first case, he come after the verb. In the second case, he come after the noun. So the noun that follow the preposition in Arabic, we call it ism majroor. Why we call it ism majroor? Ism is noun. Ism is name, noun. Why we call it ism majroor? Because the preposition, it changed the haraka from this noun from dhamma to kasra. By all means, I must say جميع اللغات. جميع اللغات with dhamma. مبتدأ خبر. But when I connect it with the preposition before it, I change the haraka from dhamma to kasra. This is why we call it ism majroor. That means he is broken. The dhamma, we broke it and we make it kasra. So because of that, we say it ism majroor, name of preposition. So in English, the name that come after the preposition, we call it in Arabic ism majroor. Okay, Ustaz Khayati?
Isim in this regard, Ustaz, isim in this regard is which one? Jami'? Suhuf. Isim tu nama kan? So in this regard, which one is the isim?
Isim.
This is harf. Jami'
Okay.
is ism, noun.
Noun.
Oh.
So, but in English, it's not like this. In English, all is a noun, but it's giving us the quantity. In Arabic, also, jami' is a noun giving us the quantity. Bi jami' in all. Here, atas. You see,
Ayya bina.
خط بخط النسخ. باء is حرف جر. خط النسخ is اسم مجرور.
Isim.
Because
Kata kerja kan? Kata kerja.
where is the preposition?
Ayya
also?
bina.
Bina. You see bina, Ustaza Khayati? This ba is حرف جر.
Fujar.
And
Okay.
Na is
Nah.
all of us. Na is for we.
Isim.
Is for
We ganti nama.
Isim lah.
Ganti nama.
Isim lah.
we go. So
Okay.
this
So this
is
one you also call majrur.
Kita semua.
This one you also call isim majrur, is it?
Kita semua.
yes, it's a preposition. It's the pronoun instead of ism majrur, but we call it ism majrur. That means this pronoun come instead of ism, the name after preposition, the ism majrur. So this is pronoun. When we call it a pronoun, and ha also we call it a pronoun. But in i'rab, the science of i'rab, we call this a jar majroor.
Ayo, so
Hajan
difficult lah.
Muzila, if you want to go, it's up to you. It's okay.
Grammar dia bisa. Grammar dia.
Grammar teruk betul lah Ustaz. Susah sangat. Ustaz, if it says,
Are you
Ustaz, if
confused?
it says, Ustaz, if it says ilaiha, it is also if it's referring to muannas, then it will be ilaiha.
Property.
If we say ilayha, so this ha is ism.
Okay, assume that the word is ma'ridah, then it will be ilaiha. Is it?
If you want to say هل زرت جدتك or هل زرت أمك, that means she is a female word. So what we will say لا لم أزرها or ما زرتها هيا بنا إليها.
Okay.
It's a way to form a preposition. Like I say, preposition, it's connecting two things. It's connecting a name and connecting a name, or connecting a verb with a name. It's always come before a name. This is the must fact.
Yep.
But if we don't want to use names, if we want to use pronoun, okay, what is the function of pronoun in English? The pronoun come instead of names. So we also in Arabic using the pronoun instead of names. So it's fill his place. So when we have the science of i'rab, ilm al-i'rab, when we have the science of i'rab, ilm al-i'rab, this to say the grammars in Arabic, this syllable is one context, jar majrur in one word. We say this ila harfu jar, ha ضمير. Ism majrur. That means it's a pronoun instead of the name of the preposition.
Yep.
Haja Nurzila, if you want to titup, you can titup, Haja Nurzila, no problem.
Okay. I will, inshallah, in a few minutes.
Okay, I see you, inshallah, next Tuesday, Haja
Yeah,
Nurzila.
Ustaz, this one, just to ask, if it's a female, we say ha zurti maqrid. Zurti. Ha zurti maqrid al-hiwayati.
Yeah, هل زرتي معرض الهوايات?
Maqridah al-hiwayati. Yep.
We will read it next session.
Okay,
And
inshallah. Okay, Ustaz, أخرج من الدرس. الدرس. سأخرج من الدرس.
Yes.
Yeah. السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله. مع السلامة.
إلى اللقاء.
إلى اللقاء. So, حاجة أستاذة خياطي, is it okay?
I think can lah, but I have to listen again to what you say. Later when you record, then I repeat, I listen to it.
No problem. No need to be confused. I'm not asking you to know the grammar science. I don't want you to know the science of the grammar. Ustazah Khayati, what I want you to understand that this word in English, I want you to understand the meaning in English. In English, ilayhi, to it. So ilayhi is one word, but in English it's two words. To is one, it is a pronoun, so that means two words, two elements. But in Arabic, it's one word, ilayhi. It's come in, the pronoun come instead of the noun. What noun? This ha is for what? For ma'rab.
Ma'rid. I ask you because I also learned another class is to understand the Quran, but that one we are at the section where we are learning the harfun jar, the who ha that. So that's why I asked.
Harfun jar.
Harful jar is the letter of preposition. Ism al-majroor is the name come after the preposition.
Yeah.
Come after.
Any other question? Inshallah, see you next session. I wanted to see if people want to take two sessions or people to take one session. Suddenly MCO strike. So when MCO strike, I thought, let's you find out what you want to do with your life first. I don't want to put more pressure. So the people who want 2 sessions per week, inshallah, after we figure out what will happen with MCO, we will continue with 2 sessions per week. But for time being, for these 2 weeks, this week, today, and next week, we will only take 1 session. Let's see what will happen with the government, with the. I don't want to put more pressure on you. Maybe you're staying in home. Maybe you have work to do. I don't know. So until you figure out, we will figure out together, inshallah, next session. Any other question? Okay, I want you.
Okay, one question, can Ustaz?
Yes, yes.
Okay, when we read Quran, there is Hamzah Wasal. You know where they say there's noon that you got to add. Like if there's a wasal Hamzah, I don't know why it's always like they call it wiqayah. Hamzah wiqayah. Do you know that, Ustaz?
Yeah.
Ah.
After the wow come what after wow come, right?
There is Hamzah Wasal, but they always when we read it, we're supposed to add noon. So I always don't understand why.
You have examples so I can understand you better.
Yeah.